Hey everyone, thanks for clicking. This is Rocky and I hope all is going well. Alright, so this video is going to be my top moments from episode 14 of season 3 of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Let's go and jump right in. Top moment number 6, Nitramene, what? So the Watchdogs happen to use some interesting tech and come to find out it's actually modified Stark tech. In this case, it's an altered version of Howard Stark's Nitramene, which was introduced in Season 1 of Agent Carter. As was seen, it's highly destructive, and I just love the idea of connecting back to Agent Carter. The Nitramene was originally stolen by a group called Leviathan, so maybe, just maybe, we'll see an updated version of them introduced on the show as well. Number 5. Meet the Watchdogs. These mask-wearing goons are based on a group with the same name from Marvel Comics. They were essentially a group of super ultra conservative males that hated all things immoral and against America. From all appearances, they were seen as an independent militia type group, but behind the scenes they received a lot of funding from the Red Skull, who sought to use them to kind of incite chaos within America. Now in the show they are seen to be armed with extreme tech, including the previously mentioned Nitramene, and are full-on anti-alien. They appear to be headed by a former S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, Felix Blake, who we last saw back in Season 1 when his back was broken by Deathlock. The Watchdogs definitely keep the idea of silly helmets, as well as it turns out they will end up being armed by Mack, who is actually ahead of Hydra right now. So I would say definitely a solid adaptation of the Watchdogs on the show's part. Top moment number 4, Mack and Mini-Mack. We get a look at the home life of Mack as he attempts a vacation after the departure of Bobbi and Hunter last episode. So we meet his little brother who has lost his job and bears a lot on his shoulders as he has been helping with their parents as well as taking over the house mortgage. Most of this was due to Mack not being around due to his work with S.H.I.E.L.D. Though his family thinks he actually works as an insurance agent, I believe is what his cover was. As his brother never knew what Mack really was up to, he had a lot of bitterness towards Mack, and we see that come out in a lot of different moments in the episode. By the end, little Mack learns the truth about Mack and seems to have a new respect for his big brother. This episode also seemed to kind of explain how Mack latched on to Fitz so quick, as he was more or less a replacement for Mack's little brother, in some sense. Number 3, Shotgun Axe. Yes, we finally get some payoff to this running idea of a shotgun axe, but not quite as expected. Mack ends up duct taping a cleaver to the end of a shotgun, and while it is effective, as he decimates some watchdogs, I do hope that Fitz manages to make an actual shotgun axe for him in the future. Still, it was great seeing his brother's reaction, as he had no idea what this concept meant to Mack. Number 2, kill him. I like that we are finally getting some more attention on Lincoln, as his character has been kind of in a sort of limbo lately. When he was first introduced in Season 2, he seemed like a really interesting character, but has basically been arm candy for Daisy lately. In this episode, we see him partnered with Coulson, as the director wants to see if he has it in him to be a true S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. You can tell Lincoln wants to be there, but it just seems like he's really conflicted about something, but we're not told what that is. He manages to pass at least one of Coulson's tests as he lights up Blake, though it turns out to be a hologram. We see him question Coulson's orders, but still follow through on it, much like we've seen Daisy do in the past. Hopefully we'll see some continued evolution with Lincoln as the season goes on. Number 1 top moment of the episode, is this what we are? The partnership of Daisy and Mack has delivered some great scenes, but in this episode we got one of the best. They have a great discussion on what their mission and, in a broader sense, what is S.H.I.E.L.D.'s mission. What I loved most is that the conversation kind of mirrored Fury and Captain America from Winter Soldier after the reveal of the new helicarriers. Cap mentioned that they were fear and not freedom, which is kind of how Mack felt about infringing on people's liberties. Whereas Daisy was all about doing whatever it takes to get the mission done, which is a sentiment shared by Fury. This was also meant to again bring up themes similar to what we'll see in Civil War. The scene was written great, and I fully expect to see more moments like this leading up to and following up on the release of Civil War. Alright, so my final thoughts. Overall, this was a pretty good follow-up to the emotional roller coaster of last episode. We had a little family drama and some other events, but nothing too heavy. The increased Civil War parallels are great, and I'm still hoping we will see a significant crossover with the show, but I think I'm going to end up being disappointed on that one. The introduction of the Watchdogs was handled well, and I am hoping we'll see them as a thorn in S.H.I.E.L.D.'s side for quite a while. Was this the strongest episode of the season? No, but it fit right into the rhythm that has been set this season and gave us some pretty fun moments. Alright everyone, those are my top moments from episode 14 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Go and let me know your top moments down below, or if you have any questions on the characters or anything brought up in the episode, definitely put those down in the comments below as well. I would love to have some conversations with you guys. As always, if you take a look at your screen, I have a couple links for you to follow for some of my other videos that I think you might be interested in. And those same links will be provided in the interactive card on the top right of the screen, as well as down in the description below. And if while watching the videos you feel so inclined, definitely subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you on board. And if you have subscribed already, thank you so very much. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you've been enjoying the videos. Alright, with all that being said, have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.